Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So this video is obviously interrupting my declutter series, and there will probably be a couple videos in between the declutters if I have things to post or new products come out, new releases, etc. And that's what we're doing today because I put this in my community tab, I think last week, maybe a little over a week ago, that Hourglass came out with some lip liners and that I did pick up 4 of the shades. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So I recently did a video regarding the Phantom Glossy Balms. I have 6 of them. There was 12, when I filmed this, there was 12 shades. They just added 4. So that duo that they had, they made those shades permanent and they added 2 more shades. The shades look gorgeous. Was really tempted to pick up the duo and even the 2 other new shades. I decided to pass just because I have 6 already and I have a lot of other products and I am trying to declutter. So, but I did pick up 4 of the lip liners. Now there's only 7 shades, so I picked up over half, and they're pretty much just like, if you watch my lip liner declutter, these are pretty much what I already have. But I was very interested in what Hourglass had to offer. Their eyeliners are amazing, so I was really curious and they looked really nice. Now, they are pricey. They are $29. In comparison, the Charlotte Tilbury ones, which is my #1 lip liner formula, is $25. They are exactly the same amount of product. So these are $4 more. These do come with a sharpener. I don't have the sharpener here, but they do come with a sharpener, and the sharpener is excellent. I actually sharpened a Charlotte Tilbury liner with it, and it is really, really good. So each liner comes with an individual sharpener, which is nice. It's nice that they do that. Now, is it worth $4? I don't know, but it is a really good sharpener. So what we're gonna do is talk about the products, and then I'm gonna try each of these on. So they are called the Shape and Sculpt Lip Liner, and the description states an ultra creamy, transfer resistant lip liner that defines, shapes, and sculpts lips for soft matte color that stays on all day. Experience full coverage color that doesn't smudge, feather, or fade. Infused with nourishing jojoba oil, this ultra creamy, highly pigmented lip liner effortlessly glides onto lips without skipping or tugging, allowing for precise application for fuller looking lips. So I do have 4 shades, like I did this. They do come in 7. The 4 shades I got are the first 4. So the first one is Expose 1, Warm Beige, Flaunt 2, Warm Pinky Beige, Tempt number 3, Mid-Tone Pink Beige, and then Undercover 4, a Warm Terracotta. So I'm gonna swatch each of these and then we'll try them on. I am going to do a few comparisons just to the Charlotte Tilbury one. I will say I have swatched them just to kind of see what the colors were. They are extremely creamy. I'm not gonna say I like them more than my Charlotte Tilbury, but it's gonna be a close call because these are really luxurious, and I don't know about longevity yet, but they seem really luxurious and very, very creamy. So I'm really curious to how they wear, and then also comparison to the Charlotte Tilbury ones. Okay, so let's go ahead and start swatching. This first one is Expose 1. This is the Warm Beige, and we'll swatch right here. I think the test is gonna be on my lips, but that's Warm Beige, Expose 1. Next up is Flaunt 2, which is the Warm Pinky Beige, and that is Flaunt 2. You will see that these are pretty close in color. So if you are looking to purchase, a couple of them, you definitely don't need the 4 shades that I picked. If you like the lighter shades, there's definitely a lot of similarities between these 4 shades. So this next one is Tempt 3, a mid-tone pink beige. And here is Tempt 3. And then the last one is Uncover 4, which is the Warm Terracotta, and I think this is the most different between the 4 shades, but there they are. So here is Expose 1, a Warm Beige, Flaunt 2, a Warm Pinky Beige, Tempt 3, a mid-toned pink beige, and Uncover 4, a Warm Terracotta. Okay, so I do have 4 shades of the Charlotte Tilbury lip cheat to compare to. Honestly, of the 4 shades I have, the only one that I think is relatively close is Hot Gossip, which is very similar to Uncover number 4. But for Expose, Flaunt, and Tempt, they're really there's some similar shades. Obviously, they're very, you know, warm, pink, nude, whatever. They're all very similar and they're close, and maybe you're not going to be able to notice on the lips, but there's definitely some undertones. There's definitely some differences. So let me go ahead and show you and swatch. That's why I left some space here so you can kind of see. But let's do Hot Gossip first because that's the one I think has some similarities. So that is Uncover, and then this is going to be Hot Gossip from Charlotte Tilbury. So it's close. And then I would say this is Pillow Talk Medium. Pillow Talk Medium is kind of something in between 2 and 3. So Tempt and Flaunt. It's different. It's similar, it's close, but it's not, you know, like a dupe or almost exactly the same. There's definitely some differences between the two. It's kind of somewhere in between those two. And then I have Iconic Nude is darker than, let's see, this one's so small, it's hard for me to write, but this is Iconic Nude, that's Expose, one Warm Beige, they're different. And then Pillow Talk, which I know is the one that everybody is going to be asking me for, there's nothing like it. There's nothing this pink. This one, it definitely looks a lot more pink when it compared to the other ones, whereas there's just not like anything pink. There's like pink beige, but there's no pink. So pink Pillow Talk, there's nothing even close to Pillow Talk, but they're all nude lip liners. Okay, so I will say, as I was taking it off, I will say the Hourglass took a little bit more to rub off than the Charlotte Tilbury. So now the Hourglass had been on longer, so it probably had set a little longer, but it did take a little bit more to wipe off. So, and the lip cheats last great. I think they have great longevity. So that's one of the reasons why I love them. But these look to seem like they're gonna have some good longevity. So I'm gonna start with Expose 1, which is the Warm Beige, and we'll apply this one. Okay, so this is Expose 1 Warm Beige, and really pretty. It's definitely lighter than Iconic Nude, but they're very creamy, go on really nice. I like them. You know, obviously I'm not gonna test longevity today, just kind of trying them on, but they're really nice. I like this one. So I would say, if you like the Charlotte Tilbury, but the Iconic Nude is a little too dark for you, or you want something just a little bit lighter, this would probably be a good color to choose. Okay, next up is going to be Flaunt 2. This is described as a warm pinky beige, and just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna apply it on the liner and then fill in the whole lip. Okay, so this is Flaunt, and I really like this one. It is it's got a really pretty, you can see the pink more when it's on the lips than when I swatched it. I can definitely see the pink more. I will say applying them, when I was swatching them, they felt really super creamy. While they still feel pretty creamy, they apply the same as the lip cheats from Charlotte Tilbury. So they're definitely creamy, but I don't think they're creamier or they glide on better than the ones from Charlotte Tilbury, but still super creamy. And I will say, having taken the other one off, I did have to use like makeup remover to get it off. I had a makeup wipe, and I actually had to get makeup remover to get it off. So I'm glad I only got 4 because it's gonna be, otherwise my lips will be raw. But this one's really pretty. This is Flaunt. Okay, next up is Tempt. This is number 3, a mid-tone pink beige. And just gonna do just like we did before. Okay, so this is Tempt, the mid-tone pink beige. And this one is definitely darker than the last one. So it definitely is going, you know, on the swatches, you really can't see that, but I definitely feel that it's darker. And I feel like this one is definitely warmer than the last one, especially once it's on the lip. So, you know, one of the things I'll see is once I, you know, start editing and I'm playing it back, I'll kind of see more, but I really like this one as well. It's definitely warmer than the last two, I think, from, you know, what I can see. But again, there isn't one that at this point that I don't like or don't think I will use. Okay, and the last one that I got today is Uncover. It's number 4. It is the Warm Terracotta. Now, this is the one I almost didn't get. I decided to get it because there was a big difference between 4 and 5 as far as deepness. I wasn't sure if this was going to be too dark, but this definitely, I think, is the warmest. But so I'm curious to see how I'm gonna like it, because this is the one I almost didn't get. Okay, so this is Uncover for the warm terracotta. So definitely this one was a little bit trickier because as it gets darker, it's a little bit trickier. So I actually do like it, and I think paired with some of the glossy bombs, I think it's gonna be beautiful. It does look patchy, and if you can't see it on camera, I can tell you it's patchy. That's for two reasons. One, as it starts to dry down, it's hard to fill in the lips. So it starts to dry down and you really can't fill it in. It dries down pretty fast. What that tells me is that this is gonna have extreme longevity. Plus, I've just applied 3 others and removed them. So this one was definitely a lot harder to apply, and it did get harder to apply as I went on because I was like, you know, taking it off. So I think that also plays a part in it. But I can tell you that these are going to have extreme longevity because as they start to dry down, and they dry down and I don't feel them. Like they don't feel like it's on my lips, and it doesn't make my lips feel dry. But I mean, you know, there is no transfer. So these are going to have amazing longevity. I think even better than the Charlotte Tilbury. Now I will say the Charlotte Tilbury, if you are one that likes to fill in your lips like I do right now, the Charlotte Tilbury is easier to do that with, because once these start to dry down, it's a little, you have to, you know, they do tug a little bit as it dries down. If I was just lining the lips and kind of filling in, and if I wasn't applying 4, I think it would have been a lot easier. So I do really like these. I don't think I like them over the Charlotte Tilbury, but I think I like them equally. There's a $4 difference. These are $4 more. So there is that. It's not a huge difference, but it's a difference. It's a big difference. And right now, you know, Charlotte Tilbury, they have some, you know, smaller ones, minis, that you can try to see if you like the shades. This is it. This is $29, and there's no, Hourglass doesn't have sales very often. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind, but I do think these are going to wear well with the glossy bombs. So if you like the glossy bombs, I'm going to try one in a second with that as well. But they're definitely, I think they're going to have extreme longevity, like water. You can tell they're waterproof. You can tell they're not going to smudge. And this is like, if I'm going to the theme park or going to be out all day, I would probably pick this one over the Charlotte Tilbury, regardless of shade. I would pick this one because I feel like these are probably going to have better longevity. With that said, the shades are a little different. So I think a lot of it comes down to pick which shade you like. If you like Pillow Talk, well, there's nothing within the Hourglass line that's similar to Pillow Talk, but I do like these shades. So there's some really shades, and there's also these shades. There really isn't anything comparable in the Charlotte Tilbury line to the ones with in Hourglass, except for like Hot Gossip is similar, but again, it's still different enough. So I think a lot of it's going to come also to color. But if you are looking for a like one good liner that you're gonna wear, that's not gonna go, like it's gonna be your daily liner, that's not gonna go anywhere, I think I would pick, you know, Hourglass formula over Charlotte Tilbury, because these things aren't going anywhere. But again, they're $29 for a lip liner. That's a lot. So, but let me, I'm gonna pick a glossy bomb and apply the glossy bomb over, and we can see how that looks as well. Okay, so I'm gonna pair it with 115 Mist, and I'm just gonna pair it with this one. I think this is one of my original ones and one of my favorites. So I feel like it's a good pair with this shade. And I actually really like this combo. And what I would say is, while these have great longevity, they're glossy bombs. I mean, they are a gloss, between a gloss and a lip balm. So they're not gonna have, you know, tremendous longevity. But I think with these liners, that could change. And I love a liner and a glossy bomb. That's usually how I wear it, but I wear other liners, obviously not an Hourglass liner. So definitely gonna be trying these liners with the glossy bombs. I don't have any of the lipsticks. They did come out with new lipsticks. The time I did the lipsticks was just a sample, so I don't have that anymore. But I do really like these. So I think if you're interested in trying one of the glossy bombs and interested in trying the lip liner, then try and get, you know, a shade like to match. And I think that with the glossy bombs, I think as long as you're within the same wheelhouse, you know, you're, you know, matching warm tones or cool tones, I think like they're gonna be easy to match up. But I do like the combo a lot. Okay, and that is it. So my final verdict on my first impressions for these Hourglass lip liners are that they are excellent. I think they are excellent. However, again, they are pricey. $29 is expensive, especially for a lip liner. I think the shades, you know, that I demonstrated the shades, pick one or maybe two that is most suited for you. They are definitely more different on the lips than they were in the swatches, but I also put them all over the lips. If you're just using them as a lip liner, maybe not that big of a difference, but I do like all 4 shades. I don't regret getting the last 4th shade. And I do think that if you are looking for a waterproof, you know, lip liner that's going to have longevity, I think these are probably the best on the market. I think that they're going to have better longevity than my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat, which I'm very happy with. I'm very happy with those. I don't, you know, regret having them. And I think the colors are also different, but these are next level. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.